You are not allowed to unmute. To raise your hand, press star 5. This meeting is being transcribed.
Commissioners have had the opportunity to review the agenda and have no conflicts requiring recusal or abstention. Commissioner McPherson?
Yes.
Commissioner Asaki?
Yes.
And our third seat is vacant.
Pledge allegiance
to the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda. Second, is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? None being? And the motion carried. Item number 4.
We have 2 down here today.
We're going to go into public comment. Is Greg Fidel here?
Greg Fidel.
We'd like to limit it to 3 minutes.
Yeah, 9420 Allen Road, Clarkston, Michigan. I'm here to thank the 2 board members because the last, Bryson and I were here last time. Things seem to be moving in the positive direction. I want to thank Dave. Nice to see you. Any some things. Also, is Jeff O'Brien here?
He's in today, but he's not in.
Okay, just I spoke to him on the phone, so I just wanted to name and face. But as you may know, I sent an email discussing the 2025 action plan on the situation at Readily Lake Road and Allen Road. And I was wondering if anybody can address that. Gary's here. Is Gary here? I know you're the one who sort of is heading up everything, and I didn't know if you had any information on where we are with the independent civil engineering plan and a possible solution this year.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gary.
You just received a draft report from the consultant, and we're in the process of reviewing that right now, so it's still too early to make any determination. We have to determine until we know exactly what we're dealing with, we can't make any decisions about the length of time or when it'll occur.
Any idea about doing any mitigation this year based on the draft report?
Again, we can't until we know exactly what we're doing. There's no way to say whether it can be done this year or how much can be done this year. At this point, we're not going to commit to anything until we know exactly. We've had full review of that report and understanding of what's going on.
Okay, well, just update. Some people don't know the Independence Township Supervisor is involved now. So is the building and code inspector. I'm sure he's talked to some people. I know they're concerned about a time frame and also the conflict of interest that has led to this with the 2 employees who live in a residence that is in violation. And I sent a video, obviously, maybe some of you watched it today. It was a broad stroke overview of how the intersection functions or doesn't function. As you can see, that my property bears the brunt of extreme water and silt for years now, not in small part due to actions or inactions of the RCOC to get to this point. So I understand that things are going to be maybe involved and larger than just my property, but I would like board to understand that the undue burden that my wife and I are facing, our property is facing, should have some mitigation as soon as possible.
Greg?
Yeah.
Well, you are getting more movement than you ever have, though, in the last.
Yes.
So we are pushing what we can.
And thanks to you guys, because when I spoke here last year, I was told to be patient and nothing happened. And I know that because I submitted the FOIAs I found, and when I came here, earlier this year and said, you know, I was told by Jay Carter, oh, be patient. This is going to take a lot of research and in-depth this and that. Well, you're going to find nothing was done.
Well, they are doing that, and we are.
Correct. I'm just,
It's easier said than done, and I've seen that too.
Have you seen the video?
You showed us we seen what you showed us of the, yeah.
There's a video today that was sent.
I didn't see
Sent
that.
to most people in this room.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Well, I would encourage people to look.
I just, look, again, we're appreciative. Like I said, I think the board's involvement, your two commissions' involvement are pushing things in the right direction.
But we are communicating with you, and we can only give you facts. We can't tell you something that ain't true, you know?
No, I totally understand that. I have been speaking to Dave and appreciate it. A lot of it is not sure yet, things like this. However, I've had my own civil engineering study done by a licensed engineering firm. And there are some assumptions, which you can see from the video, that are pretty easy to make, and some corrections that could be mitigated in the direction of the final solution that would relieve the burden upon me and my wife and our property. And again, it's almost, if it wasn't for the fact that the RCOC employee, now 2 employees that live at the residence, that employee was notified in 2014 with the first letter, and nothing was followed up on. There was meetings between Gary and the employee, and then things just went away.
You know, we hear your concern, and we're involved, and hopefully we'll come to something, and we're doing our best. So
I appreciate it. I do. I'm just here to state that fact because
no, we hear you loud and clear.
And the other thing that happened last week was one of the residents is in violation, is now even more emboldened to do more on his property, brought 17 truckloads of dirt to raise his elevation, which is going to go straight into your right of way and into my property. I'm not saying that you're responsible for that individual, but the tone and the lack of any follow through in the intersection, based on the fact that that individual is friends with the employee in question, and now the other employee is the foreperson in our district, it gets a little messy. So that the quicker there could be a resolution, the better.
Yeah, we hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wants to speak? Is Kelly or Ken? Belker? Sure.
Good afternoon. A number of things actually, but I will address a little bit because of a 3-minute thing that we have here. What reason, I have no idea. Some people do have concerns that go over 3 minutes. This is a concern.
What's your address?
3625 Moberly.
36. Okay.
I put it on the paper.
I see it. Okay, go ahead.
This is a concern to address 1215 West Oakley Park Drive, which I'm sure everybody should be understanding what's going on in this situation. It's got to do with a drain system that has never been taken care of, and it's got a big divot in it. It's just off the side of the road. I went through that. It was March 29th and popped off the top of the ball of my hip and ended up in emergency operation on a revision, a total hip replacement. I didn't know who was in charge or why this was supposed to be. I've only lived here for 3 years. So I went in and asked the lady at the party store, and she said that they've complained about this number of times to no prevail. So I called the city. The city said it was the road commission's thing. I talked to the road commission. They told me make a claim. I had to call this lady, which I guess she's based out of Ohio. She wrote back and told me this has got nothing to do with the road commission. Claim denied. Claim it was anyway. I just wanted to find out who's responsible for this drain system. I then came here and asked for a FOIA application, which you guys have now. Was told, just vaguely write it down on a piece of paper and we'll get it to you. Which, I mean, it's not very professional at all. So I did that. First 5 days, you have to answer a FOIA. We need another 10 days. God's sakes, whose problem is this to solve? Why is this drain system so bad and so messed up? And why can't anybody tell me who's responsible for this? I'll give you the 10 days. It comes back, and at first, I think I talked to this young lady here, very nice young lady. And I thanked her for putting up with me. I'm an old veteran. I don't like the BS that goes around. I was being thrown to the corner, to the side, without an answer. Whose responsibility is this? I go through the FOIA. And I asked for everything on people who have.
Your time's up. We'll give you another 2 minutes.
Oh, thank you for that. So I asked for everybody who has made a complaint on this, and there's quite a few, especially one about a school bus that used to be a drop-off spot. When it rains, it gets flooded. They can't drop the kids off, so they move the spot. Okay, I'm in construction. You got half a day's work there, maybe a whole day. Maybe on the road commission a week or two. So what? Thank God it was me that went through this instead of some kid driving a bike, hitting this drain system and ending up in the road, getting killed. It's that bad. Take a look at the address, which I doubt if anybody here will, because I've asked the young lady here or anybody else to go by and take a look at this. It's that ungodly.
1215 West Oakley.
Yes, sir, you should have
I
all the.
got it written down here. Yeah.
Yes, you should have everything there.
Good.
Definitely. Go by and take a look at it. It's ungodly. 2017. We got people who have signed petition. I didn't know this. This is what I was told when I asked for the FOIA on everybody to complain about this over the years because it had to be complained about. It's been that long. You had a lawyer on it. Where does it go to? I heard this guy talking. We're working on it. We're working on it hard. Jesus, Moses. Are you kidding me? Who's responsible for this? Whose job is this? If it's too hard for somebody, look for another job. I want answers. I went through 6 months of hell. And thank God it wasn't a kid that lost his life. You can feel the rage, and I hope you do. Please go by and take a look.
We hear you.
Which I doubt you will.
I can guarantee you I will personally.
I hope so. Please get back with me. Listen.
What's your phone number?
Should be on there, 248-250-0773.
0773.
Yes.
Well, thank you. We hear you. Does anybody want to comment on this or where we are with it? Whose department would that be?
We've done the FOIA request. There was a supplemental FOIA request that we'll make sure that we get that too. I know Daryl's been involved in that as well, just in terms of the specifics, in terms of what's connected to what underneath in terms of structure. So,
yeah, I will tell you there was a lot of requests ever since 2017 that I got back. I had to write another FOIA request to find out where did that go from there, because it seems like you people drop the ball. You don't care.
We care.
No, sir.
We do.
2017. If it's not done by now, somebody's not doing their job right. Take a look at that and tell me that's fair.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sincere about this.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. We got a school bus that had to change their route because of this in 2017. And it iced up.
Well, we'll let you go longer than normal. Let you go 5 minutes.
Listen, I was on a school board for 10 years. Anybody from the school system or in the community come to talk to the school board, I made sure they had their time to talk.
Well, what school
Until
board
they were satisfied.
were you on?
Madison School District.
Madison.
Those guys, yeah. But I made sure people had their say.
Yeah.
You know, you people work for us.
Yes.
And when I was on that school board, I worked for them.
Yep.
I listened to them. I didn't cut them off. I didn't call the police. Hey,
We're not cutting you off. We're not cutting you off.
She made a point to say,
Correct. We gave you more time than allocated, because we care,
It's the problem.
but it'll be looked into, so,
Thank you so much.
thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak or any call-ins? That concludes our, public comment. Item number 5. Minutes of September 25th. Second, is there any, discussion? None being? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? None? Motion passes. Item number 6. Enforcement. Second, discussion. I have one. I had a circle. No, I don't see it.
Yeah.
There it is. Allied Building Services, capital outlay. Page 2 of 2.
This is the 10-3, page 2 of 2. This is 10-3.
Give you the check number.
Did you get from this morning?
I did. I wasn't sure if that was on the page 2 of 2. Allied Building Services.
Central Operations.
I see that. I'm just trying to find what out of all of these. Where is it on the list?
Or 514993, and all through the ones.
Those were 2 HVAC units. One was over our warehouse and the other was over a District 9 facility room that we call the Swamp. It's basically has an air compressor for our District 6 garage, and it stores all of our summer items in the winter and our winter items in the summer. And they were 2 HVAC units.
That went out for bid with us when we approved it prior.
Yes.
I just want to know what buildings it was on.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None being. Item number 7, permits.
Recommend board approve the permits as submitted by staff.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? No need on, right? Go ahead, Dennis.
You got to vote on it.
Yeah, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? None being, motion carries.
We can do A and B. Is recommend board adopt the resolutions accepting the deeds and easements for recording.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? None being? All in favor, say aye. 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 Opposed? Nobody opposes? Motion carries.
Item number 9, recommend board adopt the resolution revoking a previous good faith written offer to purchase and amending that for a new one.
So moved. Second. Any discussion? None being? All in favor, say aye. 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 Any opposed? Nobody opposes? Motion carries. Item number 10.
Recommend board approve the contract authorization for a concrete repair program.
So moved. Second. Is there any discussion? None being? Motion carries. All in favor, say aye. 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 Opposed? Motion carries.
11A, receive bids for 12 trailer mounted aero boards. Is recommend the board award it to Trafcon Industries.
Second. Any discussion? Have discussion. I want to thank the forward for purchasing this, because I went to a facility about a year ago, and they said that the one they had wasn't too good. So I do see that we are replacing them, so thank you for addressing that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None being, motion carries.
11B, receive bids for removal and replacement of 4 HVAC units up in our Waterford facilities. Recommended board awarded to Tech Mechanical.
So moved. Second, is there any discussion? We know the age of these units?
The existing age,
Correct.
they're roughly 15 to 20 years. I can get you, okay.
That's fine.
They're old.
We know how many tons each unit is?
I don't off the top of my head. I can get that for you if you would like. I do have that. Well, I can tell you the size that they're going to be.
That's fine. You can just get that to me. I just want to do some.
You want the weight of them, the tons of them?
They rate them by.
BTUs, yeah.
Okay.
They rate them by ton.
20 ton, 30 ton.
Yeah, each Okay.
unit.
I can get that for you.
Where do we post this for bid?
Those go out to, Mitten, Bidnet Express.
The bid and what else?
It's Bidnet Express, and then our website and Dodge. And CRA, sorry.
Good. And are we getting good coverage with bidders?
Yeah, we believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
11C, we received bids for 2 ride-on floor scrubbers. It's recommended board awarded to Alta Equipment.
So moved. Second, any discussion? So every garage has one of these?
Yes.
Okay. I know they're nice to have to keep the area clean and,
Keeps the dust down and floors clean.
yeah, you go in some shops, it's horrible, you know, not here, but I mean, other areas, so it's important we have these. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? None being, motion carries.
So item number 12, it's recommended board refer the litigation to the legal department.
So moved. Second, any discussion?
Guys, if their names, because we have to be by statute, so private roads, we'll just, if you refer to us, we'll take the proper steps to get, our name. Doesn't matter.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Discussion? Or any opposed? No, none being, motion carries. Item number 13.
Yeah, it's Craig's presentation. I think it'll address what we've talked about and what Jim Miller brought up to you.
Yep, talking about pedestrian safety, and as Dennis said, in light of some of the traffic fatalities, pedestrian fatalities in Pontiac, I just want to share with you a couple of the stories that have been written about that and what's being done, and then talk a little bit about other things that are being done about this. All right, so just wanted to point out pedestrian safety is not just an issue, obviously, in Pontiac or Oakland County. It's a nationwide issue, and it's been growing nationwide. Pedestrian deaths up 12% since 2019 and 48% since 2014. So it's a national issue. Here are some numbers just for Oakland County. The interesting thing here is that there have been a lot of pedestrian fatalities in Oakland County, but only a small percentage of those are on our roads that we have jurisdiction over. I think that's in large part due to the Road Commission's longtime commitment to safety and our nationwide leadership in road safety, including in pedestrian safety. Solutions to this require a multi-layered approach. They must involve both the motorists and the pedestrians. just educating one or the other doesn't help if you got a driver that's not paying attention and hits somebody, or you have a pedestrian that's not paying attention and runs out in front of a driver. So it's a multifaceted approach. It has to be more than a one-time quick hit. In other words, a long-term ongoing educational campaign is the best way to address this. That addresses both the drivers and the pedestrians. And in the category of pedestrians, we're talking about walkers, children, bicyclists, the handicapped, et cetera. There's lots of research that has shown that these types of campaigns are most successful when they're addressed on a regional basis. A small one-time hit in one community is not effective. You have multiple communities doing their own campaigns. You have conflicting messages. The messages do not sink in. People are confused by the messages. So the most successful effort is going to be on a regional or statewide basis. And it's bigger than any municipality or bigger than any county. We all drive in more than one municipality. We all drive often in more than one county. So it's a bigger issue than any single municipality. And substantial programs for pedestrian safety already exist at the federal, state, and regional levels. It doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to recreate the wheel when we have massively funded research programs already in place. MDOT and SEMCOG are two great examples that have big programs that include Pontiac and Oakland County. MDOT has partnered with the Michigan State Police to have their Port Zero Deaths program. It's a massive multi-year campaign with strong pedestrian safety component. It's been ongoing for a number of years. It's based on the National Strategy on Highway Safety, which is a whole philosophy and campaign put together by a dozen or so national organizations, engineering organizations, road organizations. It's a massive program. We support this program. We regularly share their Towards Zero Deaths media messages on our social media platforms. SEMCOG has a comprehensive 7-county pedestrian safety, specifically pedestrian safety education program, and Pontiac is a new partner in that program. It's funded with a federal grant. They put it together with a very large team of professionals that studied the issue and said, how can we best address this issue? We're a supporter and partner in that program. We also share their social media posts. So I wanted to talk a little bit about SEMCOG's program. And these are some slides from SEMCOG's 2025 Public Education Campaign program. It's based on the fact that there's safety concerns in Southeast Michigan, as I said, or as around the world. 1.5% of total crashes are pedestrian crashes, but they account for 25% of all traffic fatalities in Southeast Michigan. Many of them are caused by speeding. That's becoming an increasing issue. Higher speeds equals a higher crash severity. They have a data-driven approach. They look at where the crashes are, just as we do, the Road Commission, and approach this from a data-driven point of view. Their goal is to focus on creating safe environments for mobility, education to support safe behaviors on both the drivers and pedestrians, keep our streets safe for all users, and especially the most vulnerable meaning the pedestrians, bicyclists, handicapped, et cetera. Partners are local government agencies, including the Road Commission and organizations across the region. Focus areas are safer environments for all forms of mobility, education to support safe behaviors, and protection of vulnerable users. They've done regional blitz campaigns. They do this every spring and every fall. They have safety messages that have been shared widely across the region since 2018, and it complements safer infrastructure through education. They give away tremendous items, and this is where it kind of overlaps with what Jim Miller was suggesting. And I've got some examples of the things that they are giving away to anybody that wants them, and including every partner agency. It includes reflective armbands. Here's your free swag for the day. Flashing wristbands, lights that you can hook on your coat or your bike or whatever you want, and lots of written material. And I'll talk about these in a second, but I'll give them to you right now. They have information sheets about a variety of topics. They have brochures and posters. So that's some of the materials that they are giving away to all partner agencies. And these are what you have in your hand. These are the tip cards. They have tip cards just for pedestrians. They give advice on how to stay safe as a pedestrian. For bicyclists, they have them for drivers. They give all of these free to all members. If they want more, they'll give them more. They're available to download on the SEMCOG website, the Safe Streets division of the SEMCOG website. This is the brochure that I just gave you a copy of. These are all the member organizations. The interesting thing here is Pontiac in green there in the center of the map just became a partner of this in 2025. So they're a new member. They are now receiving all this information. They are participating in this program. Here's some of the ways those materials have been used. The City of Farmington Hills hands them out and has a display at their farmers market. Independence Township has a display in their building. The Washtenaw County Road Commission handed them out at the Dexter Touch a Truck event. So these are getting handed out all across the region. They have a media toolkit. They're reaching out to our good friends, Peggy and her friends in the media to help get this message out there. They have a website with information, tip cards, sample newsletter articles, social media messages, video clips. These are some of the social media campaigns from the Social Media Blitz. We post these on our social media platform. They bought paid advertising. This is something we could never do. We don't have a budget for this, but they got a federal grant. They bought ads on every TV station in town, 2, 4, 7, Channel 20, Channel 50, WWJ Radio. They have what's called over-the-top streaming, the OTT streaming, where you can see any of your videos on their website. This information is widely available. The total impressions, they reached 9 million views through this. So this is a massive campaign. They're doing a fall blitz this year, October 27th, November 9th. So look for this information to be coming your way during that period of time. The bottom line, considerable amount of research in the public relations field shows that the most effective way to get a message across is through multi-channel, not just one single one-time hit. So that's what this does. This is a comprehensive campaign, multi-communication channels, frequently, reiterating the message over time. Best way to get the message out there. Marketing rule of thumb, you have to hear a message 7 times before you remember it. So that's part of this whole marketing campaign. The goal is to change both driver and pedestrian behavior. That's the best thing we can do. That's the outcome we want, is to change those behaviors. One-off efforts are much less effective, and nothing against Jim. I've had a long talk to Jim about his idea. It's a great idea, but just handing out reflective belts one time in Pontiac is not going to solve this problem. We'll never reach all the people that are affected, all the drivers that drive through Pontiac, never reach all the pedestrians that are constantly walking on the streets of Pontiac and every other, municipality in the region. Something like this is a much broader way to reach a much bigger chunk of that population and do the same thing with the handouts that they have, the flashing wristbands and the reflective armbands. And they're already available, already paid for. And as you'll see in those news stories, SEMCOG and the Oakland County Sheriff's Department are already working in Pontiac. They've increased patrols. They've suggested some things to the city. I think the city is very receptive at this point. The best thing, in my opinion, that we can do is support the SEMCOG effort. Help get their message out, do everything we can to get their message out and share their materials, which we've been doing. And that's all I had on this pop. Just wanted to address it.
Thank you. I wasn't aware of this. And I don't even believe my city has any of this anywhere. I will check.
Well, they're listed on.
I know our cities, they had a meeting yesterday, SEMCOG did, I believe, for a training. But I'll ask them where the stuff is.
Well, the program been in effect since 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, always good to do more and more, but this is a great, large, comprehensive, well-funded. I am too. And I'm glad they finally are, and I don't know why they did not join until this year.
Good report, thank you.
Thank you.
And then somebody gave Jim copies of this stuff?
We sent all the vitamins, Penny.
Cindy did.
Sent him stuff, yes.
Oh, all right. Oh, this is the same stuff we got there. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dennis, for addressing it.
Yep.
Any new business?
I have none.
I got some, opens. Follow up on the decals with the, vehicles, where we at with that?
They should be here by mid-November. They've been ordered, so we're just waiting for them to show up.
Next meeting date?
November 6th.
Need a motion to adjourn? Second? Yeah. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.